We just unrolled the car out of the trailer. Time to finish unloading. It's about 10 a.m. We're gonna try to get the washing, maintenance, everything done before it gets too hot here at Grove for night number 2 of the Interstate Sprint Car Series double header. We'll land it on Friday, Cottage Grove tonight. We're all a little bit tired. My back hurts a little bit. Carly, you ready to go today? Ready to go? She's ready to go. But we're gonna get everything started here. Like I said, maintenance, washing, probably just wiping down the car. It's just a double header. It's not a speed week or anything like that. So we don't really have to do too much, just the normal maintenance stuff. And then we'll go rest up a little bit while it gets hot out and then go out for qualifying and all that later today. And we're getting ready to head out for qualifying. Group qualifying here with ISCS, about 4 groups of a few other divisions before we head out. Our goal is just to qualify right in our top 3 in our group. Even if we qualify 3rd, 2nd, 1st, it all doesn't matter. We just have to go forward in our heat race. Qualifying for the Lafarge North America number 18T is over. We were quick time in our group. We'll see where we end up overall. Remember, overall doesn't matter, group does. So we're gonna start 6th in our heat race. You guys like my parking job here? A little sideways. I had to avoid about 2,000 late models on the way through the pit area. I think people forget that these sprint cars can't stop. I am gonna go watch the rest of sprint car qualifying. The track is weird. It's almost like chunking up and tearing apart like there wasn't enough water on it. So a little rough. I think it's gonna come in with all these late models and should be an awesome track for the A main event.
Roswell Racing, PC Motorsports, running a Triple X chassis. Race number 1.
Pretty hooked up out there. It's still pretty good on the bottom side of the racetrack. Unfortunately, we only went 6th to 4th. We definitely still have a chance at the redraw, but we're not really locked into it. It just sucked. I couldn't really get around the 3rd place guy. It's right there with him, but I just couldn't get around him. It was right around the bottom. He made mistakes, but I just never had enough to get that by him. I was close, I showed my nose, but it wasn't worth junking it, you know, in a heat race. So we'll see if we make the redraw or not. I think we definitely still have a good chance, like I said, but it just depends on how everyone else does. Pill draw is over, and nothing new to update you guys on. My pill draw skills, or whoever pulls for me, have not been that good this year. We didn't have as much of an option tonight because there was 2 pills left and it was a 6 or a 7, but it was kind of depressing because the 2 got pulled like the guy before me, and so we almost had a chance at starting on the front row outside, which of course makes your job a little bit easier, but we came from 10th to win here, so I'm not really too worried about where we start. Now we do need help of having long green flag runs and getting into traffic, because that's where we're gonna have the best chance at passing cars when people have to get really dicey. If we get one lap yellow, that makes it really hard to pass because you keep getting put back if you get by cars or lap cars get in the mix. And so we're just hoping a long green flag run for maybe 10 laps to start it off, get into traffic, and then work our way towards the front. Also, one last fun fact, that was my 12th redraw of the year and I have yet to pull the front row. So that pretty much just tells you my skills, or whoever I get to pill draw for me. It's not their fault, but pill draw is just kind of luck of the draw. Time to head out for the A main event, our second night of the doubleheader here with ISCS. We won last night. We just got to put ourselves in a good position to win, because anything can happen. Last night we were running third, top 2 wrecked each other. We got a Christmas gift, we won the race. So tonight we want to just get as far forward as possible. We're going to be in traffic a lot quicker here at Cottage Grove, so that's going to play a huge factor in it. I'm expecting 3 to 4 laps, and we're going to be in heavy traffic early on to start the race. Let's head out. Cottage Grove, fun track. It's a little bit different tonight, but we got to figure it out.
Star coming off his best ever performance with ISCS last night. Third, I need this baby.
Just got done with the A main event, came home second from sixth, and second sucks, but you know when you ran a good A main event, it makes it feel a little bit better. It's not like we made a bunch of mistakes, just stuff did not fall our way. We quickly got into the top 3, had a great start, I timed everything perfectly, and everything I had planned in my head worked exactly how it was supposed to work. And quickly got into the top 3, had a yellow I believe, and then we quickly got into second. Tyler Thompson was leading, last year's ISCS Speedway champion. He was fast last night at Willamette, had a misfortune that sent him a DNF, but I knew he was going to be the guy to beat and the guy to pass, especially since he had a little bit of a better pill draw. He started 3rd, I started 6th, and track position can be key here at Cottage Grove. It was fastest on the bottom in 1 and 2, or a little bit above the bottom, and then just rip in the top in 3 and 4. Now when I say stuff didn't fall our way, I mean, like, for example, we did not really get to traffic very much, and that really hurt us because we're good in traffic, and that's when we can get some lap cars in between myself and 3rd, or maybe have a chance at Tyler. And one time I got to slide Tyler, but he had such a run off, and I had to run the top in 1 and 2, which it wasn't good up there, and I fell back to 2nd. And how the yellows fell just really hurt us because Tyler would get going a little bit, maybe have a little bit of a lead, and he would pass 1 or 2 lap cars and the yellow would fall. So then we went back green, I would have to pass 1 or 2 lap cars, tell them to make sure they were going to the top, and you lose ground, and then you catch back up to lap traffic and they have 1 or 2 more lap cars he passes, yellow falls. So everything was just in favor of the 7 tonight. It was just kind of how the yellows fell, but that's part of racing. A few times I wasn't really sure the lap cars were supposed to be in between me and Tyler, but it's just racing, it's hard to know with reverting back. It's a lot different than the karts and not racing back to the yellow. But hats off to Tyler and those guys. They did a heck of a job. They were fast tonight and they did everything right. We were really good, especially on that last start. We were right there with them, just never close enough to make a move and ran out of laps at the end. But another podium for our team. We ran 8 limited races. We've been on the podium all 3, so hard to complain, especially when you're running a really good race with the best limited drivers here in Oregon. We're gonna load up and head home.